Yoplait has been making yogurt for almost 60 years, and in that time, the company has released dozens of flavors, with some much better than others. We sampled every single one currently available. Here they are, from worst to best. Kool-Aid has been around even longer than Yoplait, nearly a century, and it's been used in everything from deep-fried fair food to hair dye to cleaning toilets. So it makes sense that it also eventually became an official yogurt flavor when Yoplait announced a team-up in 2022. The cherry Kool-Aid is not horrible, but it's not impressive either. If you're wondering what it tastes like, imagine the taste you would end up with if you mixed a packet of cherry Kool-Aid powder with vanilla yogurt. It's definitely one of the stranger Yoplait offerings, so it's best avoided, especially since there are so many other flavors to enjoy instead. Unfortunately, Yoplait's Tropical Punch Kool-Aid yogurt is far too sweet. It doesn't contain any artificial sweeteners or corn syrup, but it does have 21 grams of sugar. The ingredient list also includes red dye number 40, which may cause hyperactivity in children and put consumers at risk for cancer. We would advise against adding it to your morning breakfast menu, especially since it's far too sweet and potentially hazardous to your health. The Kool-Aid excitement that this flavor offers just isn't quite worth it. Yoplait's Blue Raspberry Kool-Aid yogurt is definitely at the top of the Kool-Aid flavor list. Unfortunately, though, that's not saying a whole lot. Your appreciation of this one is going to depend on how much you like blue raspberry, a flavor that was invented by accident in the 1950s and used as a snow cone flavoring. You're likely to end up with a blue tongue and a sugar high after consuming this yogurt. This may be a fun experience, but the taste this flavor offers is just average. You'll probably end up picking a different go-to flavor option.
Oh yeah!
After trying out a few other candy flavors, Yoplait teamed with Skittles for a line of flavors in 2021. The company's Skittles Wild Berry yogurt has a whopping 22 grams of sugar. It's mostly natural sugar, but the real problem is the taste. This yogurt is simply too sweet, and it tastes like chowing down on a huge mouthful of Skittles. Kids do love this flavor. According to reviews, it makes for a fun snack for the youngsters. The yogurt also contains trace amounts of fruits and vegetables, including raspberries, strawberries, carrot juice, cherry juice, and blueberry juice, but some of these ingredients are used just for color. They only account for 1% or less of the total ingredients, so while there is some nutrition present, it really isn't much. The pumpkin spice craze is truly everywhere now, making its way to even indelible things like cleaning products. There's a scientific reason for its popularity. The smell creates nostalgia for fall holidays by spurring connections in our brains. Fortune notes that in 2019, pumpkin spice products brought in $511.5 million in sales, and there's no indication that the trend is slowing. So everyone has jumped on the pumpkin spice bandwagon because it sells. Yoplait is no exception. A look at Influencer shows that some fans look forward to the brand's pumpkin pie flavor every single year, but others are very disappointed. They report that the yogurt barely has any pumpkin pie flavor at all. If you're a fan of Skittles' classic candy flavors, then you're likely to want to try this flavor at least once. It's a nice treat for kids and even has real strawberries as one of the main ingredients. That said, Skittles' original yogurt is probably a better choice as a dessert treat than as a breakfast food, given how sugary it is. However, like many other types of yogurt, it does contain live cultures along with vitamins A and D as well as calcium, so it's not just empty calories like the candy itself would be.
Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors in Skittles.
Sugary yogurts were the thing in the 1980s and 90s, and if you couldn't already tell, Yoplait continues to offer plenty of those. But Vox notes that a counter-trend did take hold in the early 2000s, with makers offering up Greek yogurt as a high-protein health food. Yoplait got in on the act with a line of 100-calorie Greek yogurts. Of the 7 flavors in that line, Greek 100 Strawberry Banana flavor is the worst choice. While it does include banana puree and chunks of real strawberries, some consumers find that the product's banana taste is closer to an artificial banana flavor, according to Influencer. There's nothing enjoyable about a mouthful of artificially flavored yogurt, so a different flavor is much less likely to disappoint. Peach is one of the most popular regular Yoplait yogurt flavors, but not so much for the Greek 100 version. According to Influencer, people think the texture is a little strange and the flavor is rather off-putting. But it does have a few things going for it. It's only 100 calories and has real peaches at the bottom of the cup. Plus, it only has 7 grams of sugar, so it makes for a healthy breakfast or snack. It also has plenty of protein along with a healthy dose of calcium. It's a decent choice for peach lovers who are looking for a healthier option. Black cherry is often a crowd-pleasing flavor, but it just doesn't thrill Yoplait Greek yogurt enthusiasts as much as some other options. On Influencer, customers note that Greek 100 Black Cherry is not the easiest flavor to find. It's sometimes only available in specific stores, and it may be more expensive as a result. Many people seek it out for its health benefits. Black cherries reduce the risk of several chronic diseases, reduce inflammation, and improve sleep quality, according to WebMD. And tart cherries, which the yogurt also has, contain antioxidants that are good for exercise recovery, reducing inflammation, and better sleep. They can also improve cognitive function in older people. The big downside here is the flavor. If you're after something truly delicious, you should probably opt for a flavor that's easier to find. Starburst fans were delighted when Yoplait introduced 4 Starburst flavors to its lineup in 2019. All 4 original Starburst flavors were included: cherry, lemon, orange, and strawberry. But now, only Starburst Cherry and Starburst Strawberry remain. The lemon and orange flavors were both discontinued and are no longer available. Yoplait suggests that the Starburst Strawberry yogurt can be used to make smoothies and as an addition to tasty, fruity parfaits. But interested yogurt fans should note that this candy-based flavor is still extremely sweet and has an artificial flavor.
A burst of refreshing fruit flavor for you.
Some Yoplait partisans find this flavor to be a nice change of pace from their normal daily yogurt, and kids adore it. It's also a good choice for people who are fussy about the texture issues or those who don't like the chunks of strawberries you find in some of the other strawberry flavors. Yoplait's Greek 100 Mixed Berry offers a mix of blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. It packs 10% of a person's daily recommended allowance of vitamins A, D, and calcium. The reviews for Greek Mixed Berry are, well, mixed. According to Influencer, some people don't like the aftertaste, while others have fallen in love with the creamy texture and flavor. One reviewer enjoys mixing this flavor with granola for a delicious snack. Others say different berry flavors are better. If you like the original mixed berry flavor but would prefer a version that has 7 grams of sugar rather than 20, then the Greek 100 version might be a good choice. But there are definitely better tasting, far more indulgent Yoplait flavors out there. Like the taste of cookies and cream ice cream but prefer it to have a thinner texture and less cold? Well, Yoplait's got ya.
There's something so human about taking something great and ruining it a little so you can have more of it.
In all seriousness, many tasters have found Yoplait's cookies and cream offering to be absolutely delicious. Plus, it only has 140 calories, which is actually less than 3 Oreo cookies. Many yogurt fans thoroughly enjoy this flavor, particularly when they mix it with fruit and granola. Others note that this flavor actually tastes quite decadent, and it makes for a rather scrumptious treat. Kids will also surely love it as an alternative to the real deal ice cream. Unfortunately, though, this flavor may be difficult to find at times, so you might have to hunt for it. Yoplait has 2 lactose-free yogurt flavors, and one of them is this French vanilla offering. It's made with low-fat milk, but also includes the enzyme that the body naturally uses to digest dairy. So technically it isn't lactose-free, but has an extra ingredient to help lactose-intolerant yogurt lovers digest dairy. Many people who have a lactose intolerance or Crohn's disease have found lactose-free French vanilla to be a good option for their dietary needs, preferring it to some other dairy-free options like yogurt made with coconut. But be warned, this yogurt can be incredibly difficult to find. Hopefully you're not buying the Starburst Cherry Yoplait flavor for the health benefits. It only contains 1% or less cherry juice concentrate after all. But it is true to the Starburst Cherry flavor that many people love. It actually tastes quite a lot like the candy, and it has a smooth texture that both kids and adults enjoy. The biggest downside is that it can be difficult to find, so if you deeply desire yogurt that tastes like cherry Starbursts, be prepared to visit a few stores. Strawberry is always a safe default flavor that you can reach for when you're trying a new food with lots of options. So if you're on the fence about other Greek 100 flavors, Greek 100 Strawberry can be a safe choice. It tastes very similar to Yoplait's original strawberry flavor, and it doesn't have an unpleasant aftertaste like some of the other flavors. According to Influencer, some people who have tried it say that the texture is a little too chunky. That said, having real pieces of strawberry in yogurt is a real plus for plenty of others because it makes you feel like you're eating real fresh fruit. That element has made it a really popular flavor. Every Yoplait yogurt contains sugar and added flavor, so there isn't a plain Greek yogurt option. But the Greek 100 vanilla is a good compromise, since you can eat it plain, add in fruit, or use it for a neutral smoothie base. Yoplait's original vanilla yogurt has 22 grams of sugar and 5 grams of protein. The Greek version cuts the sugar to just 7 grams and triples the protein to 15 grams. That makes it perfect for using in other dishes and desserts. You can also experiment with adding candy, jam, and granola, or make it into a parfait. This yogurt also has a great smooth texture. One customer on Influencer admitted to eating this yogurt every single day for breakfast. Yoplait's smoothie line of yogurts is a little confusing. You usually put yogurt in smoothies, but Yoplait flipped that around and created yogurts meant to replicate the taste and texture of a smoothie, without any fruit chunks.
Oh, you mean like Jamba Juice?
Yes, Your Honor, it's exactly like Jamba Juice.
Surprisingly, the company's blueberry smoothie flavor doesn't list blueberries in its ingredient list. What it does have is vegetable and fruit juice that adds to the overall blueberry color. It can boast some nutritional value with 15% of the daily recommended intake for vitamins A and D, as well as calcium. Even without actual blueberries, some people seem to love the blueberry smoothie taste of this yogurt. This flavor is also ideal for people who enjoy smooth yogurt that doesn't have a chunky texture. Those who don't like the fake blueberry flavor in this one tend to prefer Yoplait's other offerings. Blackberry definitely dominates Yoplait's Blackberry Pomegranate flavor, but it also contains pomegranate juice concentrate, black carrot juice, and blueberry juice concentrates. It contains an impressive variety of vitamins too, with 20% of the recommended amount of vitamin A and calcium, and 15% of vitamin D. The blackberry and pomegranate flavors work really well together for a sweet but tart yogurt with a wonderful consistency. WebMD notes that blackberries have lots of antioxidants, improve digestion, and help the body's insulin management. They also contain vitamins C, E, and K, as well as manganese. Pomegranates also contain antioxidants that help with digestion, inflammation, arthritis, the heart, and blood pressure. They also contain vitamins E and K and magnesium and are beneficial for memory function. So this yogurt is packed with plenty to start your day off right. Yoplait has 11 different flavors of light yogurt. The company claims they all have 1/3 of calories than the leading low-fat yogurt. In its light offerings, Yoplait uses non-fat milk and only 1 gram of added sugars. But Yoplait does add some alternative sweeteners, such as allulose and sucralose. At the bottom of the list of light flavors is Red Raspberry Light. While lots of people find the taste to be good and appreciate its real raspberry, others feel like it's not nearly as infused with flavor as some other varieties. In short, it's a little bland. Pineapple may not be the first fruit to come to mind when you think of yogurt, but Yoplait's pineapple flavor is definitely worth a try. It tastes just like a delicious bite of juicy pineapple, and every bite is smooth and creamy. Yes, this flavor is somewhat difficult to find, but any pineapple lover will ultimately appreciate the effort. Healthline notes that the big reason you don't often think of pineapple in yogurt is that the bromelain in the tropical fruit causes the dairy to curdle unless it's cooked first. So you might be wondering if the Yoplait pineapple yogurt contains real pineapple. And it does. One customer said they use this yogurt to give salads a fruity, tropical taste. There are surely other ways to use it creatively, too. Since an 11-year-old named Frank Epperson invented the creamsicle in 1905 by freezing vanilla ice cream inside fruit juice, the flavor has been a hit. Yoplait offers its orange cream light creamsicle flavor as a way of replicating the beloved creamsicle. It has the delightful creamsicle flavor without the tartness you'll find in some yogurt brands. This flavor contains a delightful mixture of lemon juice concentrate, lime juice concentrate, and orange juice concentrate, along with added sweeteners, which makes for a tangy mix of flavors. There's no need to worry about finding chunks of orange in the container because the juice concentrates are blended to be smooth and creamy. This yogurt makes for a flavorful summer snack. You can even try it frozen. If you aren't interested in traipsing into the woods to harvest blackberries during the summer,
Maria Elena had decided they would all cook a big dinner together, and she insisted they pick fresh blackberries.
Yoplait's Blackberry Harvest yogurt has plenty of real blackberry flavor throughout the year. It has a thick and creamy texture as well as satisfying pieces of blackberries. This yogurt is great as a breakfast treat or an afternoon snack. It's a good flavor to mix in with store-bought or homemade granola, especially since it has a thick texture that makes it perfect for mixing. You might be surprised to learn that this yogurt contains beet juice concentrate as a color enhancer. There's no need to worry about an earthy beet taste, though. It's just as sweet and satisfying as any other Yoplait product. It's wonderfully fruity and refreshing, and it appeals to children and adults alike. In ice cream, the main difference between French and traditional vanilla is the inclusion of eggs, enhancing the flavor by making it richer. Yoplait's French vanilla flavor, which is only sold in single-serving containers, does not contain eggs, though. So if you have an allergy, don't worry. Weirdly, it also doesn't have vanilla on its ingredients list either. It primarily contains low-fat milk and sweeteners and natural flavors, which probably includes vanilla or a vanilla substitute. This Yoplait variety is a breakfast favorite and parents love it too. It's a great ice cream alternative if you freeze it. This flavor should probably be called Very Light Vanilla instead of Very Vanilla Light. According to people on Influencer, the vanilla flavor is not very distinct. One advises that if you're expecting a taste like vanilla pudding, you will be disappointed. It tastes more like plain yogurt with the tiniest hint of vanilla. That said, despite being fat-free, having only 90 calories, and containing artificial sweeteners, lots of people seem to like its subtle flavor. So it has quite a fan following of people who buy it regularly. Adding fruit and granola to make a parfait is one of the best ways of getting the most out of this light yogurt option. It's also good for adding to plain yogurt to give it a dash of sweet flavor, as well as balancing out the overt artificial sweetness. Since it pretty universally tastes great, strawberry-flavored yogurt is often the lowest common denominator choice when you're trying to find a flavor that everyone will like. Nonetheless, lots of people are obsessed with Yoplait strawberry yogurt. It contains real strawberries, which can be a comfort food. It also makes a good base for adding fresh fruit and granola. The yogurt can also be eaten frozen for an ice cream substitute. Since it does contain bits of real strawberries, you can enjoy all the benefits WebMD lists, including aiding heart health and good cholesterol in addition to helping reduce blood pressure. They're loaded in with vitamin C as well as oxidants. While this flavor is a little bit predictable, it's a nice treat nonetheless. Not everyone loves Piña Coladas.
You want a pina colada?
That's a lot of sugar.
But for those who do, Yoplait's Piña Colada flavor does its best to live up to the real thing. It has real pineapple and coconut, but the best aspects of this flavor are derived from the guava puree and passion fruit juice that are also in the ingredient list. It tastes enough like the tropical drink that lots of Piña Colada fans seek out its creamy goodness. And that can be a bit of a task because it's said to be somewhat hard to find. Others put it in the freezer to enjoy as a frozen treat, and still others use it to make smoothies. If you don't like coconut or pineapple, though, this isn't the flavor for you. A few things separate Yoplait's Blueberry Patch Light flavor from its standard blueberry flavor. First, the light version uses non-fat instead of low-fat milk. Second, the light version has artificial sweeteners, though some customers reported that they couldn't detect the telltale taste of those sweeteners when they tried it. This yogurt only has 80 calories, but it makes for a fairly filling breakfast or snack. It has plenty of real blueberries inside, but adding even more fresh ones can enhance its character even more. You can also add granola for the ideal and satisfying breakfast. One ingredient to take note of is red dye number 40, which carries health risks that the other light flavors don't, particularly for kids. You can only buy the regular Yoplait Blueberry by the tub, but we don't think you'll have trouble finishing off 32 ounces of this smooth, low-fat yogurt. Unlike Blueberry Patch Light, the original blueberry flavor doesn't contain actual blueberries. Instead, it uses natural flavors to evoke blueberry. Luckily, it uses vegetable and fruit juices for color instead of unhealthy dyes. Additionally, it contains real sugar rather than artificial sweeteners. Yoplait's blueberry yogurt can be a little too sweet for some, but it makes a nice treat for everyone else. The best thing about this flavor is that it works for both breakfast and dessert. It's a favorite for many because it doesn't contain chunks of fruit, which gives it a lovely, smooth texture. Real cherries and the combination of natural and artificial flavors make Yoplait's Cherry Light flavor a highly popular flavor. Fans say that even though this yogurt contains artificial sweeteners, it doesn't have an artificial taste. It doesn't contain any high fructose corn syrup or artificial colors, which enhances its natural taste. Some people love this yogurt so much that they buy it by the case to either eat it out of the container or make a smoothie every morning. Many devotees eat this flavor exclusively and lament when they can't find it in stores. So hopefully it'll be there next time you hit the supermarket. The secret of Boston cream pie is that it's not really pie at all. It's a 2-layer sponge cake with vanilla custard or pastry cream between the layers and chocolate frosting on top.
You know, for a cake, this Boston cream pie isn't so bad.
Semantics aside, though, it's a great combination of flavors to infuse into a yogurt. For Yoplait partisans, the only Boston cream pie flavor is a light offering, and some find the artificial sweetener aftertaste to be a little off-putting. Others say that any chocolate or pie flavors are not really detectable, only a taste that is similar to the Yoplait French vanilla variety, but fans feel that this variety makes for a wonderful dessert option that is a little bit on the lighter side. If you want something more decadent, you can also consider adding some pieces of candy to boost the sugar and chocolate quotient. If you've ever had a real key lime, you surely noticed that it has creamy, unique floral and tart tasting notes. Yoplait's key lime pie light flavor doesn't use real key limes. It makes do with regular lime juice concentrate, but thankfully you'll barely notice the difference. It tastes like a key lime pie, but don't expect graham cracker crust unless you add some graham crackers in yourself. This flavor is extremely smooth and creamy, striking an excellent balance between sweet and tangy without being too overpowering. Customers note that this flavor tastes surprisingly fresh, and it isn't too sweet, which gives it the perfect balance of flavors. It contains just 1 gram of sugar along with added artificial sweeteners. Thankfully, they're not very detectable. Yoplait makes its Harvest Peach Light yogurt with real peaches, so every spoonful tastes like fresh peaches. It's similar to the original Harvest Peach, but with no fat and almost half the calories. It's also surprisingly smooth and rich. It's creamy without having an off-putting sour taste, making it taste more like real peaches and cream than other peach yogurt brands. It's a great way to begin the day or enjoy as a mid-afternoon snack. The biggest downside is that, like some other flavors, this yogurt has become pretty hard to find. It might be necessary to use a product locator to find it. Yoplait's Lactose-Free Strawberry is definitely the most loved option for lactose-intolerant yogurt eaters. Like the lactose-free vanilla, it isn't really lactose-free. It has the lactase enzyme to help the lactose in it easier to digest. The lactose-free strawberry also has real strawberries, and you could always choose to add other mix-ins. Lactose-free strawberry runs out quickly when it's available, so it can be difficult to find. After all, the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases estimates that 36% of people in the United States are lactose intolerant. And Yoplait's Lactose-Free Strawberry is one of the best-tasting lactose-free yogurts on the market, according to folks on Influencer. Unsurprisingly, the stars of the show in Yoplait's Strawberries and Bananas Light Yogurt are the real strawberry pieces and banana puree. The bananas and strawberries blend into a pleasing and fresh taste, and the artificial sweeteners don't leave behind an aftertaste. The flavor is both rich and tart at the same time, and the mix is creamy and pleasant. It's also popular as a base for smoothies with a spoonful of granola or with a sprinkling of nuts. Plus, it's often less expensive than the full-sugar original options that you'll find at the store, although it does seem to be limited in terms of availability. It also contains the aforementioned red dye number 40, which may be a red flag. The combination of strawberry and kiwi makes for a surprisingly pleasant flavor combination that gained popularity in the 1990s. Taste notes that this flavor really took off when companies tried to introduce U.S. consumers to kiwi fruit. Who knew that these two fruits would work so well together?
Mango or kiwi?
Ooh, kiwi.
Even people who don't care for strawberries and kiwis together in fruit juice find that they enjoy Yoplait's strawberry kiwi flavor. It has more real strawberries than kiwi pieces, perhaps in an attempt to appeal to people who go for sweeter tastes. Some consumers say they'd love to see even more kiwi added in the future, which could really elevate it to the next level. Fans of the standard strawberry yogurt flavor may rethink their choice after trying the strawberry smoothie. One of the big draws of this variant is that it contains no pieces of fruit to interrupt the pleasure of eating yogurt. The texture is wonderfully smooth, which is perfect for people who don't like chunks in their food. It's also ideal for children who may be a little bit fussy. This flavor contains no strawberries at all, just natural flavor and vegetable juice to give the yogurt a pink coloring. If you do prefer real fruit in your yogurt, you can always add some to this yogurt to give it a fresh flavor. Luckily, it has a natural taste, which makes it perfect for pairing with other fruity treats or as a topping for desserts. If you're curious about a candy-flavored Yoplait offering, then Skittles Smoothies is an excellent place to start. If you've ever put strawberry, raspberry, banana, and blueberry Skittles in your mouth all at the same time, you can imagine the flavor profile. Perhaps surprisingly, this product contains real fruit instead of chunks of candy, making it easier to justify as a breakfast food. Yet the consistency is wonderfully smooth. Even though it approximates a candy flavor, it's not quite as sweet as the candy. Nutritionists say you should never eat the Skittles Yoplait because of its 22 grams of sugar, which is almost half the daily recommended allowance. But you can certainly enjoy this yogurt as a treat. If you're in the mood to indulge, the Skittles Smoothies is definitely the most delicious Yoplait Skittles option out there. Cheesecake has been around for centuries. Cheesecake.com notes that there's evidence that Olympic athletes ate cheesecake as early as 776 BC. It was also traditionally consumed at Greek weddings, so it's not surprising that a flavor that has stood the test of time became a Yoplait yogurt flavor. Yoplait's strawberry cheesecake combines real strawberries with natural flavors to approximate the essence of a strawberry cheesecake. While it has a creamy, full flavor that works to imitate the taste of cheesecake, the fresh strawberries are the true star. Sadly, some customers assert that the cheesecake flavor is not really discernible in this yogurt, which may be a bit of a letdown if you're expecting an authentic alternative to the real thing. The banana flavor in Yoplait's Banana Cream Pie Light is derived from real bananas, and the light yellow coloring comes from ingredients like turmeric and annatto. You can still taste the artificial sweetener, but it's not overwhelming. And people who aren't always thrilled with banana flavoring find that Yoplait has found a good taste balance in this yogurt. It's smooth and creamy, making it a good choice for people who prefer an evenly textured yogurt instead of chunks of fruit, but it's worth pointing out that, like some of the other dessert-based flavors, this yogurt doesn't really taste like banana cream pie. However, some customers do note that this yogurt has a sweet flavor that is quite pleasant.
One banana cream pie. One banana cream pie coming up. Pick up pie. Roger. Your pie, sir.
If you're a mango lover, you may be disappointed that the strawberry mango Yoplait flavor doesn't contain real chunks of mango. However, this flavor is still exactly what you'd expect from a strawberry and mango combination, and it really does work quite well. This yogurt also has real sugar, which gives it a nice overall taste. Its ingredient list also has natural flavoring as well as added carmine, which gives the yogurt its coloring. The texture is thick and creamy, with a flavor that will almost make you forget that you're eating yogurt. It also doesn't taste as sweet as some varieties, which is a plus. This yogurt is a favorite among kids and adults alike, so it can be a good flavor to your children's yogurt diet. Lemon mixes beautifully with creamy foods and makes for a surprisingly delightful yogurt flavor. Yoplait's Lemon Burst contains lemon pulp, so it tastes better than many other brands of lemon yogurt. It also contains lemon juice concentrate as well as natural flavoring. According to consumers, this flavor tastes like a real lemon, which gives it a nice tangy burst of delicious flavor. Some say they wish they could buy this yogurt in bulk, which tells you just how good it is. It has a pleasant balance of tartness, sweetness, and creaminess. If you like to have fresh fruit with your yogurt in the morning, try adding fresh blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries. Yoplait's offering is also a lighter alternative to a decadent slice of lemon meringue pie. You may say vanilla-flavored yogurt is boring. We'd say that Yoplait Vanilla is versatile. Others clearly like it too. It's so popular that fans buy it by the tub, the only way it's sold. Yoplait strictly sells sweet yogurts, so this option is the closest to plain yogurt. Yoplait suggests using this yogurt for making overnight oats, and it's also ideal for fruit cups, some consumers say. It's the perfect base for adding other ingredients like fruit, granola, and nuts. It's a great smoothie base too. Unfortunately, Yoplait makes up for the lack of fruit in this variety by adding 17 grams of sugar, making for a total of 22 grams of sugar per serving. Even though it's quite sweet, this yogurt still has a fairly subtle flavor, and the overall quality is quite good. If you're looking for a Yoplait light yogurt to pick up, you can't go wrong with strawberry, which is not only better than the standard Yoplait strawberry yogurt, but considerably lower in fat and sugar too. People who have made the switch have been pleasantly surprised at how good the strawberry light tastes, and how little they notice the artificial sweeteners. This yogurt contains real strawberries, natural flavoring, and a pleasant texture that makes this yogurt a true pleasure to eat. What separates Yoplait's red raspberry from other brands' raspberry flavors is real pieces of raspberry, rather than artificial raspberry flavor. This variety is very creamy, and it thrills with its vibrant flavor, which is wonderfully strong and fresh. Lots of fans like to eat this variety slightly frozen, and since it already contains fruit, it also makes for a great smoothie base. Yes, you'll find a few raspberry seeds in the mix, but Livestrong notes that raspberry seeds are an excellent source of fiber, antioxidants, and fatty acids. The best part of the seeds is that it gives the yogurt quite a natural taste. While some customers note that it may be too sweet, overall this yogurt is definitely worth it. Yoplait's regular key lime pie yogurt doesn't contain real key limes, but it does have real lime juice concentrate. It has a delicate and creamy texture and tastes pretty close to a real key lime pie without the crust. Of course, you could always crumble some graham crackers over the top if you want more of a pie experience. If you want, you can even grate bits of lime zest over the top. People who have experienced overly tart and overly sweet key lime pies will appreciate how well Yoplait balances sweetness and tartness in its version. The color of this yogurt comes from spirulina extract and turmeric, which gives this yogurt an extra bit of nutrition.
You want dessert? Well, you can't go wrong with a key lime pie.
Of Yoplait's various blueberry flavors, Mountain Blueberry is the one with real blueberries, which makes it the best. It's thick and delicious with the perfect yogurt to blueberry ratio. It isn't too tart, and it strikes up an excellent balance with blueberries that taste as if they came straight off the bush. It's a favorite for people who have sampled a wide variety of Yoplait flavors. People who like real berries in their yogurt but don't like to eat seeds particularly love it. Because spice and life notes, this offering is seed-free. Blueberries are just about the perfect breakfast food, so this is the perfect yogurt for lots of folks. Yoplait's Cherry Orchard flavor has bits of real cherry throughout, which makes it a fan favorite. It has just the right amount of sweetness and a creamy texture that's pleasing to the tongue. If you're a connoisseur of cherry-flavored products, you may find that you can't get enough of this tasty yogurt. The cherries are sweet rather than tangy, making it taste a bit like cherry candy. With that in mind, it's unsurprisingly popular with adults and kids alike. You can add it to a smoothie or crumble some granola on top for a lovely breakfast. It tastes pretty great when it's frozen, too. It's also a good choice if you like fruit in your yogurt but don't want a variety that contains seeds. Having 4 types of real fruit in your yogurt is infinitely better than just 1 or 2. Mixed Berry has real pieces of blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries, giving it a complex taste. The creamy texture and the variety of flavors push this over the line toward the top favorite Yoplait yogurt flavors. With its 4 fruits, this yogurt makes for an excellent smoothie base. It's also a flavorful choice for mixing with granola or turning into a mixed berry fruit parfait with numerous layers of fresh fruit. It boasts calcium and protein, making this a wonderfully nutritious choice. Like the other non-light flavors, it packs a punch of sugar and fruit, but the end result is definitely worth it. Yoplait's orange cream flavor, also available as Orange Cream Smooth, makes you forget that you're eating yogurt. It's popular as a breakfast yogurt or as a snack because, importantly, it tastes exactly like an orange creamsicle. This flavor has a mixture of orange juice concentrate and lime juice concentrate, which gives it that citrusy flavor. Understandably, a lot of its fans love to make their own popsicles out of it. It's an excellent choice for tapping into summer childhood nostalgia while still eating an at least somewhat more healthy breakfast food.
It's like taking a trip down memory lane.
I didn't know they sold dreamsicles on memory lane.
Real strawberries and banana puree make Yoplait's strawberry banana yogurt a top pick. Bananas and strawberries are the top 2 most popular fruits sold in the US, according to Fresh Produce. So it's no wonder that this is one of the most popular flavors out there. Both children and adults love its smooth and creamy texture and fresh fruit flavor. It's sweet without the sour flavors that many yogurt brands have. Yes, it has 20 grams of sugar, but that's still less than many of the other strawberry and banana varieties from competing brands. The fruit-forward nature of this product really sets it apart from other varieties. According to one customer, this flavor has maintained its consistency over the years, which makes it another great go-to option. If you spend much time on any corner of the internet where people are discussing Yoplait flavors, it's no surprise that Harvest Peach is the king. Peaches and cream is a combination that rarely disappoints, and it tastes just as amazing as a yogurt flavor. It's so good that some people can't stop at just 1 container. The only negative with this flavor, like many of the non-light varieties, is that it contains 20 grams of sugar, but it makes for a delightful peachy treat that's far less guilt-inducing than sitting down with a peach pie and a scoop of ice cream. Some consumers think that this yogurt tastes even better than an actual peach, so the only thing left to do is try it for yourself.